Have you ever said to yourself, what's the use in trying when faced with a difficult situation like unemployment or rejection? While it's important in normal to be tempted to give up and quit, you have another option. You can become unstoppable. Comeback coach Delores Jones is here to get us started. Thanks so much for being here.
You're so welcome. Good morning to everybody.
What does it mean to be unstoppable?
To be unstoppable means that you do not allow your fear, self-doubt, or what someone else tells you to stop you. Instead, what you do is you commit to becoming consistent with moving forward and refusing to give up until you reach your goal.
Okay, and you also say to show up.
You have to show up.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you have to be prepared for battle. You have to be ready, ready to do the thing. Don't wake up and you just looking any kind of way. Like for example, sometimes when I don't feel like being unstoppable, I dress it up a little extra because you look in the mirror and you be like, girl,
right, it gives yourself that little boot.
Okay, so when we talk about that, being unstoppable and showing up, you need to be willing to maybe get up earlier during your day. You need to, don't use excuses, you need to get out the door.
Right.
You need to be prepared. If
even
it's a
if
resume,
you're unemployed.
And if you're unemployed, this is what I want to say. Don't even use the word unemployed.
Okay, what do you
Just say, I'm released to find my purpose. Do you understand? So you're released to find your purpose, and you have a divine vacation. Okay? When you're wanting to be unstoppable, you need to focus on unstoppable moments. And so this is very easy, okay? So an unstoppable moment means something that you're going to do that moves you forward towards your goal. It's just one step. So say, for instance, you wanted to lose weight. Well, that one step could be, instead of having that grapefruit, you have a grapefruit instead of having the Snicker bar. Okay, that's pretty easy. Or you decide to walk 30 minutes. So that's just that one step. Okay, so we already talked about that you have to show up, right? You have to show up. Now you also have to establish a routine for victory.
Okay, what does that mean?
Okay, a routine of victory. You have to commit to transforming your mind and constantly creating a system, a belief system that encourages you and empowers you, right?
Okay.
And so for me, one of those things that I do, I'm up every morning around 5:30. I'm either watching YouTube or I'm meditating and praying, because what my belief system says is, if the divine has my back, then it's a wrap. Okay, I am guaranteed to succeed.
Right.
And so whatever I do, and I have my little notebook we took off, but I even write every morning. I'm writing something that stands out, and I pour that into my mind, into my spirit. And I do this until it becomes a natural flow of my conversation, which brings me to another thing.
I know, let's talk about conversation.
Yeah, so when you are unstoppable, you don't have time to sit around people who are not going to propel you forward. You don't have time to sit around people that are whining and complaining. Not people just are in the way.
Right.
Some people are focused on getting back at somebody.
Right.
You can either focus on getting even, or you can focus on getting ahead. And so those are the important conversations that you need to think about. Am I becoming better because of this person?
Right.
Or am I feeling more drained and out of whack and more fearful? And you have to stop that. Sometimes you just got to get up from dinner and say, it was nice seeing you. I think I'm going to keep it moving right now. Okay. So, I mean, this thing is intentional, because this is about being unstoppable. You're not trying to necessarily be somebody's friend.
Okay.
Your goal is to be better, right?
All right.
Another thing you want to think about is, when you are working to be unstoppable, it's so important to identify other unstoppable people. So
surround yourself with those people.
Or you can read their stories, or you can listen to them.
Get inspired.
Because they have different approaches to sometimes very similar situations that you have. So for me, I was watching Chris Gardner, Mr. Pursuit of Happiness. And I was like, wow, I learned something about that. And I'll play it over and over again. And we know J.K. Rowling with Harry Potter.
Right.
I mean, she had so many rejections, right? In fact, she didn't have a computer back in her day, right? So she literally hand wrote her books.
Amazing. Yeah, look at her now.
Yeah, so she is amazing.
Let's go find JK. Thank you very much. Some great advice for us. I'm feeling unstoppable
and
right
always
now.
give your best every day.
Every day.
Show up
Christine,
your very best.
Show up.